Narcissistic abuse cycle. I know everybody hates this word, it's cringe, but let's get into it, okay? So, narcissists or narcissistic people are egotistical and they're self seeking and self serving. Their whole motive and goal is to always manipulate you, and they bring a lot of chaos and confusion. They're manipulating you so that they can have control over you. And so they use specific tactics to be able to keep you hooked to them, even though they're giving you continuous hot and cold behavior. By hot and cold, I mean 1 minute they're treating you good, and then the next minute they're treating you bad. Also, from studying narcissism, I came across some research that says leaving a narcissist is like quitting heroin, okay? So it's like you're a heroin addict, and it's very hard for people to even get off of heroin. And the reason for that is because it's like you get a dopamine or you get a rush from them, especially when they are love bombing you. So in the beginning, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, a coworker, or anybody, you are just stuck on the love bombing phase because they treated you so well. So let's get into the narcissistic abuse cycle. I found this chart online and it fits perfectly with the narcissistic abuse cycle. So in phase one, you say, we'll use for example a romantic relationship. So you first meet somebody. So what love bombing is they are showering you with intense love and often refer to you as their soulmate. Now, hear me out. Some people, they do meet each other and they instantly connect. I'm talking about healthy and whole individuals. But when you have someone who has rejection issues and they tend to trauma bond with people or seek validation outside of their self, 9 times out of 10, this person is going to end up being love bombed by someone who's narcissistic. And the narcissistic person's whole goal is to love bomb you, to throw you off from their toxic behaviors, and for you to overlook their red flags that they're displaying during the love bombing. Not only that, they want to move the relationship at lightning speed so that you're hooked on them, and also that they can gain control to be able to abuse you. Once they have love bombed you and got you hooked, then that's when the mask comes off and they show their true authentic self, because they know that you have feelings and emotions for them. And also family members do this and friends also do this too. So what love bombing might look like is showering you with gifts, showering you with attention, showering you with admiration, constant phone calls, texting. They're trying to rush to be in a relationship with you. Now, there is love stories where people connect instantly, but again, these are healthy and whole individuals. These aren't broken individuals. This is not someone who's self-seeking and self-serving, and someone who deals with insecurities, and they have trauma because their parents left them or whatever. So with the love bombing, it's important to peep game, because this can be very tricky to spot out if you're not familiar with narcissistic abuse, okay? So once you meet them, they love bomb you, and then they start to slowly breadcrumb you, okay? They breadcrumb you. So what breadcrumbing means is, like, if you have a piece of bread and there is a bird, and you know you could just give the bird the whole bread to make them full, so they're satisfied, but instead you pick pieces of the bread and just pluck it and give it to them at little bits, and it leaves that person anxious and it gives them anxiety. So a huge way to know that you are dealing with someone who's narcissistic is because they're not going to continuously be consistent like how they were in the beginning. Not only that, you will see that they were mirroring your personality and making it seem like you guys were soulmates when y'all really don't even have that much in common. And this is a tactic, the mirroring manipulation is a tactic to make you feel like this is your person, or that you guys have so much in common, so that you're drawn in towards them. So back to the breadcrumbing. They breadcrumb you because they want to take you through these highs and lows of emotions. So you're going through these highs and lows of emotions, and you're always seeking validation through them to make you feel the way that they made you feel in the love bombing stage. So after that, they will take you into the devaluation stage. And this is once you let your guard down, you are noticing the red flags and the intense love that they once gave you, it disappears. So they start nitpicking. They start calling out your flaws and stuff. And these people, they're realizing, hey, this person is human too. They have flaws. And so now they're using your flaws against you to attack you. And not only that, they use triangulation. So example, if it's a romantic relationship, they're comparing you to their ex. They're constantly talking about the good things that their ex was doing, or whoever else, to triangulate you against other people and to build insecurity within you. So after the devaluation stage is the silent treatment. And so the abuser will stop all communication or be barely, again, breadcrumbing you, barely communicating with you. And this is to gain control over you, and you are left wondering, like, what happened? Like, we was doing good. All of a sudden they just cut it off. Like, and sometimes it can actually come off as an avoidant attachment style, but people who have avoidant attachment style, they're more so pulling away from you in fear of getting close to you because they don't want to get hurt. So then after the silent treatment, you have the discarding, and that's when the abuser wants to end the relationship abruptly without any warning, or they make up a lie, and the relationship is just over. And they will either jump into getting that energy source or that admiration that they seek and validation from other people. They will continue that cycle with somebody else. And they usually do this because you're boring now. They're getting the negative side out of you because you're wondering why they done switched up on you. So your energy is different and they don't want to deal with it, so they discard you. So when they go to somebody else, the grass might not be greener on the other side. And so that's when they start thinking, like, okay, maybe I need to go back to this person because they gave me more energy. So they will begin to hoover you. And hoover is like, you know, a plane or something, like a drone hoovering over something. So they start texting you, calling you, sending you text messages, trying to reel you back in. And it's just a vicious cycle. And if you allow them to come back into your life and you let your guard down during the hoovering, then the love bombing starts all over again. It's just a vicious cycle. So narcissistic abuse cycle is toxic. A lot of people go through this with coworkers, their boss, their lovers, their friends, their family members, even their parents. And it's important to spot out these signs. This is toxic behavior. You need to be putting your guard up and keeping your boundaries in place and not let somebody play with you. And the main thing I just want to finish off saying is that you cannot allow other people to dictate your self-worth or seek validation through other people. And you have to stop trying to feel like you can change people. The only person who can change somebody is the Most High. So you will never be able to heal these people or inspire them to change because, again, they're self-seeking, self-serving. They're chameleons. They change according to who they're around, and their whole motive and goal is to use and abuse you. They're like the enemy. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. And that is their motive in your life. And it's important for you to know the signs of these type of people and stay away from them toxic behaviors so that you're able to thrive and not be held down by these type of people, okay? I hope this helps, this visual and the breakdown of narcissistic abuse. Share your thoughts, comments, concerns. Have you dealt with a narcissist? I know I have dealt with narcissistic abuse, and it's not easy. It's very hard to let go of that trauma bond and that soul tie, but let it go. All right, y'all be blessed.